Hi, this is Blackbird. We are coming live from my closet. Today we're going to talk about decluttering your space. So I'm choosing the closet and wardrobe type of things to speak about in a way that is practical. It's psychological, spiritual, physical, and mental, able to release what you need to release. And happy spring. You know, that's part of why I'm called to do it right now. Throughout the year, it's great to declutter your space and think about the things that you have that are excess, that you don't really need, or sometimes it's distracting. Sometimes things are just clogging your energy, honestly. So it's great to declutter, and I'm going to give you some quick tips right now and a couple stories maybe. I'll try not to digress too much. And then happy spring cleaning. You know, that's another thing that a lot of cultures do, you know, in the spring, energetically as in nature and in agriculture and things like that. The trees have, throughout the winter, you know, they've shed their leaves. All the leaves have been getting all mushed up with all the weather, you know, and it's become something other, and it's gooey leaves, and then there's snow and all the things that push it back down into the earth, and then it gets repurposed, so then it becomes fuel all over again by letting all that go. But after that, before the spring really starts, the trees also have to shake off a little bit more the seeds, or the farmers start to plant the seeds so that something new will grow. So in the way of nature, there's that last little shedding of more things in order to make space for something new. In my winter time this year was very difficult, and honestly, being stripped away of so many things. I'm asking for abundance, I'm asking for freedom. When I ask for those two things at the same time, I get stripped away of everything, because it's on a similar spectrum. Stripping away gives me that freedom to see a new path toward abundance. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, and if it does, great. If it doesn't, maybe you can comment and ask me some questions, and we'll have a private discussion about that. So anyway, I've wrote these things down, and I'd love to share with you some ideas about decluttering your space. And some of this is prompted because I've been doing some more feng shui study and things of many cultures, not just Chinese culture. In a lot of cultures, we have these same types of things. So happy Ostara, happy Easter, all of the spring, happy spring equinox, all of that. So I have a few questions for you while you are thinking about cleaning up and decluttering your space. This in particular is about the closet, so about the things that you wear. That is also the energy that you present to the world. And also the things that hide in your closet. And the things that you, oh, if only I had somewhere to wear that. Or, oh, when I lose 20 pounds, I'll wear that. You know, those types of thoughts that hold you back, honestly. So, number one, if I were completely abundant, rich, affluent, however you want to call it, would I still have this in my closet? Question. Well, sometimes it's an everyday kind of thing that you want to keep a similar style, you know, a day-to-day type of style. But would you really? Would you really still have that? Good question. Then you can decide from there. No judgments on any of this, by the way. Number two, have I worn this in the past season? This is my favorite one for fashion. And being in my 4th decade of life, okay, have you worn this in the past season? Have you worn it in the past 2 seasons? Is it coming back in style? Is my point of, like, I want my overalls back right now. 80s are back, and I miss my overalls and my baggy jeans. So yeah, I'll be rocking them again soon. But there are some things that I've kept for 15 years in my closet, and I'm still wearing it. Partly because I'm attached to it in other ways, which we'll get to, and partly because I can keep rocking that style. So if that style is you, keep rocking it. Doesn't matter. You will start the trend all over again, right? But there's other ways of saying, okay, I haven't worn this sweater. I have 10 sweaters and I live in LA. I need 2 sweaters. You know, there's that kind of practicality too. If you're traveling a lot and you need something, we'll get to that part too. But the idea of, have I worn this lately? Have I worn it lately? That might make your decision. Okay, number 3. Is there a specific moment, an event, where you need to keep the item? So for me, okay, rain boots. Yeah, this week in LA, maybe we need rain boots. Do I really need rain boots? Or this huge parka jacket. Oh yeah, I'm going to Russia, so I'm gonna keep that. You know, for you, is it practical? Is it something that you really need? Is it a beautiful dress that you need to wear to some red carpet? But you're actually gonna get to go to the red carpet this year? You know, because if you're not, then maybe by the time you get to go to a red carpet, you might have some funds to get a new dress or hook up with a designer. You'll have the, you know, you'll have the hookup somehow to get a dress. But if it's something very special, like I cannot wait to wear this and this is my goal, you know, maybe it's pulling some positive power to you in that direction. That works too. So, number 4, here comes the big one. Does this item have any memories attached to it? I have some major ones that I have let go of. I continue to let go of. Sometimes you have worn this in a certain place or a certain person around you in that time frame. Somebody gave it to you, that was a certain person, or a certain time in your life that you were wearing this. You know, there's some things that when I was pregnant, I was wearing certain clothes and I've kept them because I want to remind myself of that part of my life. So I still wear certain things. Sometimes it's good to let it go. There's things that have immediately cut the cords with those people who I think of when I have that item in my possession. It makes you think of that person. You want to cut that off? Get rid of it. Get rid of it. You could sage it all you want. You can wash it as many times as you want. But honestly, the memory is still there with you. So the fact that you still think of it when you see it, maybe it's time to let it go. That could be good or bad, like I just said. You know, evaluate your heart and your spirit, and you know, around that reminder. Sometimes it's eventually you're finally ready to let it go, where you weren't ready, and for the couple years that you hung on to something, and then you're like, you know what, I'm ready to let this go. You can always have your memories in your head. You don't have to have the clutter of the space. If it has that twinge of guilt or sadness or anything that you, once you're ready to be done with that emotion that's attached to that item, it's time to let it go. Number 5, would you find yourself missing this item, and why? Why would you miss it, you know, in the future? And in the future, meaning kind of like the red dress carpet or the red carpet dress idea, you know, in the years past, I remember having to throw out combat boots based on a relationship I was in. They didn't like my combat boots, and they thought I shouldn't wear them as a lady. Wow, that was almost 20 years ago. Guess what? I got combat boots, but they're more fun now, right? I've got combat boots. They are still in style, and women are wearing them every day. So what? I just had to go and reapply myself and my essence back to my own wardrobe when I was ready. So I did try to lose the combat boots and be more feminine in whatever ways other people thought I should. And now I'm back. So some things are, oh yeah, remember this, when you start rummaging through everything and you go looking for the closet, you find so many things. You walk down memory lane when you go through things. And I know that part takes a little bit, so sometimes it's helpful to have a second person around to be like, they're your soundboard. It was like, no, a good friend is great because they've been there with you through all of those things. Someone like my daughter is someone I would love to go through the closet and be like, should we keep this? No. And I've watched other people grow in waiting for them to let go of something. Maybe it's someone else in your house that you're waiting for them to let go of that item. the patience to like see that evolution of when they're ready. But definitely share this with them, maybe have fun.